Well, hello there, my loyal subscribers. We have reached a pinnacle milestone with Ask the Knight at episode 60. And we shall kick off this milestone with the first question from the legend, that is, the Co92. Good day to you, sir. His question: what are your thoughts on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson being cast as Black Adam in the upcoming DC movie Shazam? This is a situation that had been going around for some time because it was going around on the wire that The Rock was going to be part of a DC animated movie, of a DC live action, and it was rumored that he was going to play Green Lantern John Stewart in the live action upcoming Justice League movie, and leaking into Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice, which is a little bit of a lengthy title, but I'll work with it. But then that turned around to be null and void. And then when it was revealed that he was going to be in Shazam, I thought, well, okay, this is going to be different. Now, I don't know that much about Shazam. All I know, the shtick of it is, it's a teenage kid that as soon as he says Shazam, he gets granted these powers from this wizard, and he turns into an adult form of a superhero that can actually weaken Superman because Superman is weak against magic. But as Black Adam, I know little to nothing about this character, so I'm going to be intrigued to see where they go with that. Now, The Rock is a very talented, entertaining and comedic actor. He can go into anything and make it plausible, make it work with the material he's got. And considering all the years he had been a WWE superstar, and this larger-than-life charisma that he had on screen with, going back and forth verbally with Triple H, Chris Jericho, and Steve Austin, the guy has got incredible acting skills, opinion only, and he's actually one of the highest grossing actors in Hollywood, with, I think, all of his movies combined, clocked up to something like $1 or $2 billion. Could be wrong, and if I am, comment section below, please use it. But I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do, because we know he can play the bad guy role particularly well, and he can also play the good guy role, more than exceptionally well. So I'm looking forward to see what he can give us, because he'll just bring it, like he always does. Question 2. Best Iron Man movie? I'd have to say the very first one. 3 was so hit and miss, with the only redeeming features being Robert Downey Jr. and the actual visual effects of the new suit, and seeing all 42 of the Iron Man suits on screen, which was just a sight to take in. Number 2 had more good points than bad as opposition to Iron Man 3, but I think it's just the first movie where you really see this transition and this change in personality. Not so much in personality, just the attitude that Tony Stark goes through. At the start of the movie, he's very arrogant, he's very slick, very, very quick and charismatic, and he's still that same person by the end of the movie, but it's when he has this epiphany, attack of conscience, realization of what he has contributed, call it what you will, it's when he decides to do something for the betterment of mankind, and it's just seeing him learn how to be Iron Man in regards to learning how to fly, or just to how he actually goes about carrying this responsibility as this metallic superhero. And it was just the comedy that was in it as well. And before that movie, Robert Downey Jr. had never been in a summer blockbuster, and this was his opportunity after the time in rehab, the time in jail he had to do. you know, to be able to do this movie and redeem himself and, you know, really, you know, get on this comeback, you know, this guy has cemented his legacy forever. You know, any other movie he does, and Robert is a fantastic actor, but he's always going to be known as Iron Man because it's very rare. Well, no. When an actor owns the role and makes it their own, and when you look at Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark and then look at a comic book panel of Tony Stark, it's like Tony Stark has leapt off the pages of the comic book and onto the big screen. And, you know, Robert is such a, like I say, such a fantastic actor. He can make you laugh, he can make you cry, he can make you think, he can do dramatic acting. The guy is a complete package as far as leading male protagonists are concerned. I'm a bit cheesed off that there's not an Iron Man 4 in the works, but as the late Ben Hurst once said, sometimes all it takes is a phone call. So we shall see. But Iron Man 1, the best. Best Iron Man movie so far. And still on the subject of movies, number 3, what are your thoughts on Universal having a cinematic universe with their classic monster movies starting with Dracula Untold? I actually like this idea, because I've been seeing the trailers for Dracula Untold that will star Luke Evans, Charles Dance, and Dominic Cooper this coming October 3rd in UK cinemas everywhere. And I like the idea where it's almost like a superhero origin story, except with Dracula. And from what I've seen from the trailers, it's not so much about the character of Dracula, it's looking at the person that becomes Dracula and what he goes through and why he's actually turned to gain this power to be able to wipe out his enemies. And it's just seeing this transition that he goes through. I mean, Luke Evans is such a good actor from what I saw from him in Fast and Furious 6. And he has got this acting sensibility that if he cannot convince you of what he's doing, then he's failed at his job. And from what I saw in the trailers, there was passion, there was, you know, fearless steel look in his eye, there's conviction. You know, this movie could be the launching pad for something for him to get onto an even bigger plateau. Now, a lot of people have said that this is going to be almost Avengers style. I don't think for 1 second we're going to be seeing in future movies Dracula team up with the Wolfman, Frankenstein, and the Mummy, but I've been surprised before. Why should this be any different? But it's going to be good to see that, for starters, Universal are taking back their monster movie series, because it was theirs to begin with anyway. So, I don't know. I'm just intrigued to see where they're going to go with this. And like I say, that movie, which is out next month, it should be worth the wait. Until next time, you know how this works by now. Send me a question to the social media links in the outro, comment section below, or into the forum, and I'll see you next time. Ask again!